Congratulations, Hakim. Chelsea into the quarter-finals. You seemed pretty much in control out there.
Yeah, we had some difficult moments in the game, but I think the most of the time we had it under control.
That was your first Stamford Bridge goal, I believe. A very important one as well.
It was an important one, and I had to wait a long time for it.
Was that the perfect counter-attack? It was such a great move.
Yeah, I think we take the ball good from midfield, and we use Timo in the space, and he had a good delivery, and it was a good finish.
Yeah, is it significant that the three summer signings, three players with a lot of pace, there's still plenty of settling in to do in this club?
Sorry?
The three players who've still got to settle and build into this club. All of you involved in that goal, that must give you a good feeling.
Yeah, of course. It's always a good feeling when you come 1-0 front, and then especially when you make it by yourself. And I think delivery from Timo was good as well, and I think the pass on Kai before as well.
I think it was a little bit frantic the first 10 minutes or so, but then you seem to get a lot of possession, get a grip on the midfield. Did it feel that way to you?
Yeah, it was a little bit like seeing how the game will go, and the first 10 minutes. And I think after 10 minutes we had the control and play our game, and I think we did well.
The defence is extraordinarily safe at the moment. They're playing brilliantly. Just maybe one moment there was a claim for a penalty. That was the only real danger for the majority of the game. Yeah, especially in the first half. And I think after that they didn't create a lot. I think we can be happy about the performance. So do you see you taking a big step? You'll be watching a draw on Friday.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be a good opponent.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I think his performance spoke more than his words in many ways. But Chelsea's intensity from the get-go was really impressive, Rio.
100%, and we were sat in a perfect seat here to see it, the way they pressed all over the park. It wasn't just the defenders, from the front players all the way back through the team. And as soon as the ball turned over and went to a player in a red and white striped shirt, look straight away, immediately, someone from somewhere straight on them. They never had time to get their head up. They never had time to pick passes and look at the picture, see where players are on the pitch. Immediately, get your head down and put pressure on people so that they're not comfortable in possession. And all game it was like this. And this is testament to the way they're being coached now and being asked to play. They've all bought in, and they lose the ball. Look, they've lost the ball there, but look how straight away everyone is there to come and win the ball back. And then all of a sudden, bang, that's the difference again there, being a threat.
Yeah, they've been. That's such a big part of this team, because you've got the legs in the midfield now. You've got Kovacic and Kante back. Kante looks about 5 years younger again. He looks like the player that we've seen. He run past Pulisic.
I must say that's the one thing that's bemused me a little bit of the previous two incumbents. The kind of lack of love for Kante playing in the role that we know he's so good at.
I think he's missed a lot of football, hasn't he?
I think injuries as well. Yeah, issues.
And he's had a good run at it now. He's built his fitness up, built that match stamina, that match fitness you need, and he just looks so comfortable. I think he likes having Kovacic in there as well, because I think he takes the burden off him, because they both get about the pitch. Because what Tuchel does is he separates the team, it seems. He has that three centre-halves and the two centre midfielders in front of him, and they're all about the build-up and give them a solid base to play on. And in the front five, including the wing-backs, it's just they gets the ball to them in the final third, and they're making things happen. They got everything nailed on. Even the goalie, when called upon, making important saves now. So everything's going great.
Yeah, I think the first goal summed up their performance in many ways.
Yeah, Werner, he was the key to it. He goes out to defend the cross. Look at the way he gets there. Look at the desire to get across there. Slide tackling. That's not what you associate with someone like Timo Werner before here. But then it's the difference is the other side of it, to get up alongside the ball, beyond the ball, and then here it's about the quality, the decision-making. Fantastic ball on a plate there for Ziyech, and it's a fantastic finish.
Do you know what? That's an example to young players out there. When you're not playing well, you get lucky. Hard work makes you lucky, and he got out there and got the block. But this is so impressive about this, because as he's got all the time in the world to think about it, and he plays it crisply along the floor. Ziyech won't get an easier chance to fit in. Watch, it's a great angle from it, because there's not bobbling at it. It's just on the floor as it settles. Ziyech comes in, on his weaker right foot, and it's a lovely finish for his first goal at Stamford Bridge. It's the only surprise is it's taken him so long with the quality he has.
I think the big thing about today was the control. We spoke about the experience of this Atletico Madrid team and how experienced they are. I mean, listen, this bit here is his first touch of the ball. Kante again breaks it up.
What
a bit of a scuff from Callum Hudson-Odoi, but look at Kante in the middle of that picture.
I can't believe
he
this.
takes over Pulisic. He should really get the ball, really, but then it's a great finish. First time, clean left foot, first touch of the game, and it's in the back of the net.
And that's a credit to Emerson there, because he's been cast aside. He's a third choice left back at the club. He's been thrown on with 2 minutes to go, and to have the wherewithal and the composure there to do that, the strike is absolute picture perfect going across, and it was a beautiful end to a perfect performance from Chelsea. And Atletico did not even get close to putting a dent in Chelsea tonight. There was a couple of half chances as well, but it was a non-game. I said at half-time, this is like the Chelsea playing against a top championship side or a team down the bottom like a Fulham or a West Brom.
It did look that kind of domination. You said they had the odd chance. João Felix had one right at the end, and you both talked about Mendy's save, and that was the one because we were looking forward to seeing João Felix in the flesh, and he was kept largely quiet.
Yeah, he was. I think he's a frustrated figure in this team because they don't get the ball enough into the pockets that he picks up. He picks up some great positions. When you can see him live, he's always getting in them positions between players, and he doesn't really get the ball because today especially they didn't get high enough up the pitch. But he once gets in the box here, pulls a good save. The keeper should save that. But again, the concentration levels to maintain a clean sheet is what I was talking about Mendy. I think he's going to be a tremendous addition to this squad. He's already been that, but I think for a long time.
Things could have been different. We'll have to look back on the Azpilicueta. Looked like he pulled the forward back, looked like a penalty. It also would probably have been a red card as well. Let's have a look at it again.
Well, Simeone will scream about this. I mean, Azpilicueta, it's the only mistake he made all game. He tried to do it as cute as he could by just getting an arm across, which probably give the referee that little bit in open play, the doubt, did he touch him, didn't he? Because he'd done it and he quickly took his hands off. But this should be going to VAR.
Yeah.
It should be a penalty, and we got away with one.
Simeone
would be furious.
It's a disgrace. If I'm a player or manager or whatever in the Atletico dressing room, you're screaming, you're going bananas. That should be going to VAR. The referee should be called to the side and say, just take a look at this. He gets one look at that, 100% red card. Yeah, telling you, and the game's different.
And this one, really, this is in the second half. I mean, Savic, I don't know what he's thinking. He's throwing his toys at the pram, weren't he? All the way down there. It's for an experienced player to do this. Yeah. You know, they're hanging on, and he's just completely not lost the tie. The tie was lost, but there's no chance coming back here.
I mean, he made the most of it, Rudiger, but I don't think Simeone can complain about that. I do remember a certain incident with David Beckham some time ago, so he probably shouldn't say so.
Rudiger, I think, will be embarrassed the way he's gone down, but on the other hand, he might be saying, actually, I've got him sent off and we've won the game, and we've seen it out, but he's experienced enough to know you're not going to get away with that in today's game.
Yep, let's bring in Peter Walton again. We spoke to you at half-time, Peter, about the possibility of that being a penalty and a possible red card as well. Thoughts now?
Yeah, so the thoughts haven't changed, Gary. If the VAR had seen that as a clear and obvious error by the referee and asked the referee to go over to the monitor, I'm sure that Daniel Rosata would have looked at that and given the penalty kick. And had he given the penalty kick, of course, then the disciplinary on Azpilicueta would have been a red card for the denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. So Chelsea got lucky twice.
Yeah, do you think any explanation why you think the VAR official didn't send the referee to the monitor?
Probably because the theatrical fall of the Carosa, the forward, in terms of the contact made, and he's probably given the benefit of the doubt. However, again, I'm looking at this in real time, as everybody else is looking at this in real time, Gary, and I just think that's more of an impediment to the forward, and therefore should have been resulting in a penalty kick.
And a red card, or do you think the keeper is perhaps going to get it? I don't know.
It's subjective, but once you've given a foul, you've got to then consider, is it a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, an obvious goal-scoring opportunity? My opinion is that he would have got a shot away, and therefore it would have been a red card.
And Savic can't complain, although he did.
Well, Savic will complain, but really, I mean, the referee, the corner kick before that had gone in and told the two players, so the referee's awareness was already heightened to that fact that something was going to happen, and he lays it on a plate for him, and that's why the red card came out really swiftly, because the referee had a sixth sense that this was going to happen, and there's no complaints.
No, you can't do that. OK, Peter, thank you very much indeed for your input as ever. Well, we're going to do what Rudiger did and have a little breather.